Here at the 43rd annual Jackson Hot Air Jubilee. I'm really excited to go around, talk to all the vendors, the food merchants, and hopefully get to see some hot air balloons in the sky or glowing at night. This is always such a fun event here in Jackson. I'm excited to walk around, talk to some interesting people, and see the sights and sounds of the 43rd annual Jackson Hot Air Jubilee. I am joined by Mandy Watkins of Mitten Made Memories. Mandy, talk to me about what you're selling here at the stand today.
We have lots of wood creations, magnets, other things like that. My daughter makes some bracelets and pens. We're kind of a family. My aunt and I do this all together. Well,
that's awesome. Family's all what it's about. So how did you realize you had a talent for this and now incorporating, you said, your own daughter in this as well?
Yes. My aunt and I grew up with my aunt doing this. I used to go help her with craft shows when I was a kid. Did a lot of ceramics and wood crafts back then. And so I moved away and I moved back here probably like 6 years ago, and we started doing it again.
Well, Jacob, I am definitely thirsty and in need of some energy here. It's a very hot, muggy day out here. What are you selling today?
A little bit of everything. We got anything from frappes to frozen lemonades to any style latte. We have tons of flavor, and we try to satisfy all of our customers with all of our varieties.
Now, Jacob, you know, your name is Jacob, but the company's name is Travelin' Tom's Coffee. How did that name come to be?
Well, it is a franchise, so that's how it all started, and Tom's a real man, and he's a fantastic man. Me and my wife started this October of last year, and you know, this is our first summer, and we're doing great. We're loving it.
I've stumbled upon a local celebrity here. James, you are in charge of the entire vendor village here. Talk about that responsibility and what's going on here at the Jubilee.
Well, so yes, the vendor village is my second year doing it. 2 years ago, they had about 6 vendors, so they brought me on. I run a company called Yard Sale Palooza at the Commonwealth Commerce Center, and I have a great relationship with a lot of vendors. So they recruited me. Last year we had about 50 vendors. This year we have 67 inside of Vendor Village and another 22 nonprofits, advertising, and corporate booths on the other side of the rocks outside of the village. So, you know, we got a huge turnout of vendor support this year, and we're here just to try to spicing up the festival, give people something to shop at, something to buy. And we got anything from Big B, the Watch King here, at jewelry to collectibles, lots and lots of crafts and stuff like that. Lots of hot air balloon stuff too that was made specifically for this show, appropriately enough.
I mean, it's so amazing to walk through here, and like you said, it's getting bigger every year. If someone wanted to be a vendor here next year, how would they reach out? How would they contact you and get a spot?
Best thing I can recommend to do is to either follow the Hot Air Jubilee on Facebook or follow Yard Sale Palooza. That is YARDSALEAPALOOZA on Facebook. We advertise everything, and we have signups open up in about March, and they're usually sold out by about the middle of April. So, I mean, some of these people are on the wait list for a year, and we got them in here, and it's great. A lot of returning vendors, but a lot of new vendors this year as we've expanded too, which is great. So.
I've made my way over to the launch pad where the pilots will be setting off later tonight, hopefully if the smoke clears. And Andrew, you're a crew chief on one of these teams. What does it mean to be a crew chief of a balloon team?
Well, it really just means to make sure the pilot needs everything he has to set off, and if we're doing a flight, it's going to be the flight and have everything go smoothly. And if we're just doing the display, make sure he has everything he needs.
How many years have you been into ballooning and crew chiefing?
So this will be probably my 6th year doing it. And luckily, my father is the pilot of the balloon, so he makes it real easy on me to make sure I know what I'm doing and giving me tips and tricks on how to improve.
Well, is that easier or harder? Because now you're going to have to be giving your father some tips and tricks and advice being the crew chief role. Has that been hard at all for you?
It's been up and down with my schooling and the scheduling kind of picking up in there. He cycles through crew chief, so luckily I got chosen this weekend.
Now, do you want to become a ballooner yourself, actually going up in the air, or are you content on the ground as a crew chief?
Right now, I'm very content where I'm at doing my job, but maybe in 5 years, I start taking that step towards the pilot.
And what's the best memory you have of ballooning, or what's your favorite thing about ballooning?
Really just hanging out with my family. My brother does it, my mom does it when she comes out, and it's a great experience. I love meeting new people. I love talking to people about the balloon who may not be as knowledgeable as we are. So it's a real joy being able to spread the knowledge around.
I am joined with Karen O'Brien. And Karen, talk to me about your shop, what you have going on here, and the cause you're doing it for.
Okay, these are called plant pills. They're all unique. Every one of them is different. That's just a little bling for your houseplants. And I do this for a breast cancer nonprofit. 100% of my proceeds go back to Casting for Recovery Michigan. We're a breast cancer nonprofit that takes 14 women every year up to Walhalla, Michigan, and whatever form of their treatments of breast cancer, they're treated for a 2.5-day free weekend. We cover anything that they might not have learned about their cancers. We have an oncology nurse and a psychological facilitator if they have questions or whatever. This is just my way of giving back. I started making these and the program is really great. I went through it in 2021. And I thought that it was such a great program. I wanted to be part of it. And like I said, this is my way of giving back. We do a couple art fairs and things. We'll be at the DeWitt Ox Roast and the Grand Ledge Art Festival in next month. So like I said, it's just a way that I can give back, and it's a great cause. And if you're interested, it's Casting for Recovery Michigan, and you can find us. It's a national organization, castingforrecovery.org if you're interested.
I'm here with Miranda and Daniel. Miranda, talk to me about what you have going on here. It immediately caught my eye with such a great display of really delightful cookies.
So we have New York style cookies. So some of them have fillings in the center of them, and they have fresh lemon juice and orange juice. They're just very unique cookies and flavors.
How did you first find out about this talent of yours for making cookies, and why did you decide to go with the New York style cookies?
Since I was younger, my grandmother taught me how to bake, and it was just a connection that we had, and we just had a love for baking. And then I moved to New York for a little while and discovered that they have like these extra large cookies, and wanted to bring that back home with me.
And Daniel, did you meet her out in New York, or were you here locally? And then how did you get roped into the business?
I actually met her when she came back, And then she was planning on moving back, but I kind of stole her away from there. But she decided to do the cookies on kind of the taste tester.
It's kind of an added benefit of having a wife who cooks these amazing cookies like this, getting to taste them. Miranda, what is your favorite one that you've made, if you can choose?
Mine would have to be the monster of cookies. It has the brownie in the center, and throughout the dough, it has Oreos, Chips Ahoy, white chocolate, and semi-sweet chocolate.
And where can people find you if they aren't coming out to the Hot Air Jubilee? Do you have an online website? Do you go to other events?
I do other local events, and then I also have a Facebook page that people can contact me on to place orders.
What is your favorite part of Hot Air Jubilees? Have you been to many before?
It's my first time. Never been, but I was very interested. Wanted to know how an air balloon works, so I asked an old pilot over there in one of those tents over there.
Did you find out you get the answers you were hoping to?
They have a lot less control than I thought.
I've made my way over to the Jeep car show here and met up with Ted Tingley. And Ted, you got a pretty unique Jeep here. Talk about some of the characteristics of it.
Oh, it's cool. It's got a cool donkey on the back. It's got a face on the front. And all I did was find cool stuff. If it wasn't cool, I didn't put it in there.
Where do you go to find all this cool stuff to add to your Jeep?
Everywhere. I've had it for 9 years, and I even got blue lights at night that all lights up blue. My daughter got them for Christmas for me.
How many times have you come to the Hot Air Jubilee here, and what are some of your fondest memories of coming?
This is my 3rd year. Last year I won the plaques I won the best topless Jeep last year with it. So that made my day. Yeah, that made my day for the rest of my life.
I'm here with another pilot, Tim of the Balloon K2. And Tim, how long have you been ballooning?
43 years.
And we were talking beforehand, you came back to this event before it was even the Hot Air Jubilee, correct?
Right, when it first started back in the early 80s, was the new pilot, and I lived in the Ann Arbor area at that time and came out for this rally. So it's been a good run, a lot of fun.
What first got you into ballooning, and how is this a sport that you've been able to do for so much of your life?
Well, I got in by accident, actually. Somebody was in a car accident, and I was taking care of her, and it turns out she and her husband were balloonists, and I ended up getting a ride from them and then buying a balloon from them. And as it's Cameron Balloons in Ann Arbor, or actually they're Dexter now. So, but yeah, that's how I got started in ballooning, and it's just been something you can share with the whole group of people, and you can make an impact with the people even that you land and visit with. You take out the same place 100 times, you'll land a different place every time. So,
well, yeah, that's kind of like my next question, because ballooning can be so unpredictable at times. Of course, you do everything to try to figure out where you're going, but what is the hardest part of ballooning, and what's also the most fun part?
Well, sometimes packing it up when it's wet is a hard part, but basically, it's a group work activity. You get as many people as you can on your crew without having too many to make it confusing, and that makes it light. And then even get help from the kids packing it up where you land a lot of times.
Well, then I have to know, because you must be proud of this stat. You've been in ballooning for so long. How many air hours do you think you have under your belt?
I have about 930.
One of the coolest things here at the Hot Air Jubilee, other than the balloons and the amazing food, is the Kids Kingdom here. So if you're a family coming out to the Hot Air Jubilee, bring your young kids, even your middle-aged kids out here. They've got a lot of cool activities, and why don't I not tell you about it? Why don't we take a walk in here and see what's going on? Because right here we got a bunch of prizes. It looks like they can win almost a mini arcade style. A lot of cool different prizes, some sunglasses. A lot of Hot Wheels, those are always popular with the kids. Couple of cool hats, fidget toys, toy sword, model hot air balloon. Looks like we got, again, a bunch of the different games you can play in order to win these prizes. You can see all the fun that's being had in here, and it's a great way to beat the heat underneath the tent. So next time you come to the Hot Air Jubilee with your kids, bring them to the Kids Kingdom and let them have a ball. here with Anna, and this is the information tent. Anna, this is so cool to have because so many of these kids and even adults come and know nothing about hot air balloons. They just see them in the sky. So what kind of information are you telling people?
So at my station, we're talking about the material we make the wicker baskets out of, which is a type of rattan. It's very bendable and light, and they would soak it in a tub of water for 6 hours so that it's nice and manageable to weave into the basket itself. And they would usually include aluminum or steel rods around it so that we could make the basket itself.
So this is very similar to wicker baskets that people would make just to store normal goods in, correct? Or is it a little bit more high tech?
It's a little more sturdy because they do have the bones and structure of steel behind it. But yeah, basically you're up there in a wicker basket.
Well, you seem very knowledgeable on hot air balloons. Do you have any cool hot air balloon fact up your sleeve for us?
So in 1783, the first passengers to go up in a hot air balloon was actually a rooster, a sheep, and a duck.
I'm now standing here with Dwayne Justice, another Jeep owner. And Dwayne, talk to me about your Jeep. What's going on with it today?
It's here just for a show. Its name is El Jefe. Reason it's called El Jefe is because I was in the Navy for 20 years, retired as Navy Chief, and our mascot is a goat named El Jefe. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for your service, sir. That's amazing. And, you know, I see you got a couple of Navy trinkets on here, as well as the hammer. What's up with the Jeep hammer there?
I just like it.
Well, that's the best thing when you just like trinkets and getting them. And, of course, the ducks. I mean, it's a Jeep tradition. Have you kind of found that love for ducks? Have you even liked ducks since you were in the Navy?
I didn't even think of ducks until I started doing this. My son sold this one to me, and I started getting into it. And it kind of pulled me out of a dark spot, being a veteran kind of vet. This has been part of my going jeeping, going wheeling, things like that. Has helped me with my recovery from PTSD and things like that. So this has been more of a blessing than anything.
I made my way over to Sips That Slay with Jessica Brown. Jessica, talk about what you got going on here and how your sips slay.
Sure. So what we do is we have flavored, it's kind of like dirty soda. So I call it custom soda because we do a little bit different with like the syrups. But we got custom sodas, we've got like refreshers with sparkling water, and we've got energy sips. So if you need a little bit of energy today, you can have an energy drink. And then we also have some flavored lemonades. But it's just the boost of flavor that makes them kind of the sips that slay. And so that's how I got the name.
See, it's an amazing title to come up with. It's very eye-catching. We were walking down, and I saw it. I had to come over here. And I love dirty sodas and the idea of just like mixing a bunch of sodas together. When you were a kid, did you start off with like that swamp water when you would go to like McDonald's and go to a bunch of different flavors?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's exactly what we did. If we went to like Old Country Buffet, we would just do the same thing, just get a little mix of everything.
See, now you've refined it and actually made names for the sodas. So how have you, is it trial and error? How do you come up with these flavors?
So what I kind of did, especially because I'm still new to the business, so I just took kind of like some people's ideas and what was popular, but these are kind of things that I enjoy, and so I just was like, you know what, I'm going to stick them on a menu, and if people like them, then I'm just going to keep them on there. And then people give me ideas when they're like, hey, you know, it'd be nice to throw in like a blue raspberry with this, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll do that the next time. So it is definitely trial and error.
Well, it's perfect for a hot, smoky day like this. Yes. And, you know, normally Jubilees are not like this. What are some fond memories of yours, either coming as a kid or as a vendor to the Jubilee?
Sure. So this is my first time as a vendor, so this is brand spanking new to me. But my family always came here as kids. My little brother is actually helping out here, so I used to bring them here when they were kids, and we would just watch the balloons. But yeah, it's been probably about 10 years since we've been here, but it's kind of nice to be able to do it while he's an adult now.
I'm here with one of the pilots, Brad Hosmer. Brad, talk about your balloon and why you've been coming here to this hot air Jubilee.
Yeah, so I have Tarp Time. It's a Head 77 out Oak Creek, Wisconsin. I've been all over Michigan the last couple weeks. I was in Howell a couple weeks ago, then Battle Creek, now Angola, and then here. So I'm doing 5 events this year. Actually, after this, in a couple months, I'm going to Poland for the World Championships with a buddy, helping him out. So I've been coming to Jackson as crew for, 15, 20 years-ish. And I was at the airport when they had all kinds of shapes. Now it's come over to the park. So it's kind of come full circle. And I've been flying this event for 4 years now. Had a blast. I'm good buddies with the event director, Steve Sitko. I'm sure you've interviewed him over the years. So, you know, we all come out here for the fun. Again, it's smoky. Again, it's not the most conducive night for flying, right? Thank you, Canada, okay? Thank you, Canada. But again, we're out here for the fans. You know, again, everyone loves balloons, right? You know, there's very few people in the world that don't like balloons. So again, we're going to go do a little show. We're going to hope to glow here in a little bit. We're going to get out some cards, some stickers. So come on out to the Jubilee. It's a lot of fun. We're here until Sunday. So again, I hope you've enjoyed the women this week, all the fun around Jackson.
And you said your balloon is a head 77, so I don't really know much about balloons, and so many people are trying to learn more about balloons. What are the different aspects of balloons, and how are they so different?
So if you've been watching like the women's this week, they're in what's called a racer, so it's a little narrower. You'll see my balloon is a little fat, so those racers go up and down a little faster than I do in my fat balloon. So I'm a 77,000 cubic foot balloon. That's about 77,000 basketballs. So again, for you at home, so again, I'm a little rounder. Most of the balloons on the Jubilee are more in it for the fun of it. There's a couple of us that are quite competitive, but for the most part, they're here for the fun. The Jubilee, compared to the Women's Nationals, is a lot of just fun tasks. We might one year we threw a duck on a plate at the target. Again, the women are throwing all the baggies, and I do a lot of competition, so I'm used to that side of it. But this is a little change up and a little bit of fun. So again, we all love coming to Jackson. My grandma lives in Dexter. I've been coming here for a while. We used to make this family trip, so it's always good fun to be back in Jackson.
And my last question for you, sir, what is the coolest part about being a balloon pilot?
Oh, goodness. Honestly, it's just the freedom, Again, we've been doing this for so long, and it's just the different stuff. Again, we've been doing stuff on our phones with this, with Balloon Live, and it's just the freedom to go up in the morning, be over somebody's house, and somebody comes out and says, hey, it's just the freedom of flying. So, again, ballooning's a great sport. If you haven't been out, check it out. It's always a good fun. There's a lot of good people around here. My crew's all local, so I love coming back to Michigan and fly. I love coming to Jackson, wherever it may be. You might catch me in the air in Michigan.
I'm now joined with Cammie, and Cammie, talk to me about your food truck here and what you got going on.
Oh, we got a little bit of everything here down at the Hot Air Jubilee Festival. We have nice fresh drinks to cool everyone off. We have some French fries, burgers, we got walking tacos, we have nachos, we have a little bit of everything. Actually, and if you need something cold to drink, we have that too. We have lemonade, we have iced tea, we have all kinds of little snacks for all the little ones to play at, to eat, excuse me.
Well, that's great on a very hot day like this. And Cammie, how did you get into the food truck business?
Oh, I've been in the food industry for over 40 years, and I decided one day that it was time for me to work for myself. So I went ahead and decided to buy my own trailer. And boy, did I learn a whole lot of stuff about the concession business.
It's great words of wisdom and great drive. And Cammie, speaking about the Hot Air Jubilee, do you have any good fond memories from when you were a kid coming here, or how many times have you been here as a food truck business?
This is our second year coming, and last year we sold our trailer out. So we decided to come back again. And we do a lot of festivals that have hot air balloons. And unfortunately, sometimes it matters on the weather, the wind, what destiny they can see up there in the air. So a lot of things play in factor, but it's a really good family time to bring your children out, whether they're little, big, have some bonding time. Come out, enjoy yourself.